Hey guys, welcome to Archery Fit, fueled by MTN Ops. You know, we've always had, all of us have had that setup, that one bow, whether it's the one you're shooting now or in the past, it just shot better, was more forgiving, was that dream setup, the one you wish you could have again. You can never get a bow to feel or shoot the way that one bow did. Well, what I do and what I've learned to do the hard way is when I get a bow shooting perfect and I feel like it's the best possible setup I could have, or maybe the best one I've ever had, you want to write down every single thing you can about that bow, because we can take any model bow and just say a TRX, for example, and you get a Matthews TRX shooting so good, and then something happens, you need to replace strings and you just can't get it shooting the same. We move to a different model, just doesn't feel the same as that last one. That's happened with all models all across the board. Every bow has its own personality. So what you want to do is take down every possible measurement note you can about that setup. I'm going to tell you a few of the really important measurements. Obviously can't write all of them down right now, but when you get that bow shooting so good, you want to take down detailed draw length. Like put it in a draw board, measure exactly how long that draw length is, exactly what your poundage is, what your holding weight is, the real axle to axle measurements, how long that knock and loop is, your rest positioning, brace height, and a really important one is the distance from each axle, the top axle to the knock point and the bottom axle to the knock point, because that really has a big play on how that bow aims and feels. Obviously your stabilizer setup and your arrow setup, that's major things, and being super forgiving in a bow is write down all the details: point weight, arrow model type, carbon length, vane selection, what kind of helical, what kind of knock. All these things play into that setup. And a year down the road, when you can't get that setup to shoot, looking back, if you don't have all those details wrote down, there's no way you're going to remember all of them. So it's really nice to be able to go back and look and say, okay, and mimic and build your new bow just like that bow. And a lot of times you're going to get the same feel and the same result out of it.